Hello, and welcome to Small Biz Catalyst. I am your host, Ayisat Abilogun. Join me as we explore ways that we as small business owners can pay ourselves a growing six-figure salary without pulling out our hair. Whether you're a small business owner or an economic development professional, this show is for you. Let's explore together. Hi. Welcome to today's episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing two important observances, Women's History Month and International Women's Day. These celebrations not only highlight the contribution of women across the globe, but also serve as a reminder for our ongoing fight for gender equality and women's empowerment. From historic milestones to modern-day advocacy, we'll dive deep into the origins, significance, and themes of those special occasions and take a closer look at the upcoming 2025 International Women's Day theme. Plus, we'll celebrate the incredible inventions by women who have changed the world. So, let's dive in. Let's start with Women's History Month, which is celebrated every year in March. This observance originally started as Women's History Week in 1978, initiated by the Sonoma County Commission on the Status of Women in California. It was inspired by the successful week-long celebration that aligned with International Women's Day on March 8th. It wasn't long before the movement spread across the country. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter declared the first National Women's History Week. And in 1987, after much advocacy by the National Women's History Project, HP, Congress officially expanded the observance to the entire month of March. Since then, Women's History Month has been a time to recognize the vital contribution of women throughout history in the wide range of fields, politics, science, arts, business, and much more. Every year, Women's History Month has a theme, focusing on different aspects of women's role in history. For example, past themes celebrated are celebrating women of courage, character, and commitment. Another past theme was titled Visionary Women, Champions of Peace and Nonviolence. These themes educate the public about the often overlooked contribution of women throughout history and emphasize that women's work is just as foundational to our society as that of men. Now let's talk about the International Women's Day. This day has its own rich history that dates back to early 1900s. The first International Women's Day was celebrated on March 19, 1911 in countries like Austria, Germany, Denmark, and Switzerland. The day was part of the broader socialist movement calling for women's suffrage, better working conditions, and equal pay. The idea for the International Day came from Clara Zetkin, a German socialist who proposed that every year on the same day, women would gather to demand their rights and promote gender equality. Since then, International Women's Day has been celebrated globally, growing in scale and significance. The United Nations started officially observing International Women's Day in 1977, and in 1995, the Fourth World Conference on Women held in Beijing became a landmark event in the movement for women's rights. This global conference brought attention to the critical issues such as gender-based violence, economic inequality, and women's representation in leadership roles. All right, let's talk about the themes and cultural significance of both the Women's History Month and the International Women's Day. Both Women's History Month and International Women's Day celebrate women's achievements, but they also raise awareness about challenges that women continue to face. International Women's Day each year has a unique theme to reflect the global issues women are tackling. For example, in 2021, the theme was Choose to Challenge, focusing on challenging gender bias and inequality. In 2022, the theme was Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow, emphasizing the connection between gender equality and sustainable development. Women's History Month, on the other hand, often educates the public through events, lectures, and exhibitions that shine a light on historical women and their contribution. It's a time to reflect on how far we've come and the work still left to be done. These observances are vital for cultural and social change because they give women a platform to share their stories and advocate for their rights. Whether through public demonstrations, educational programs, or media campaigns, they amplify the voices of women everywhere, pushing for equal pay, reproductive rights, and an end to gender-based violence. International Women's Day, for example, sees rallies and protests worldwide that bring attention to the systematic inequalities women face.
Hey there, if you're just joining us, this is Small Biz Catalyst. We would like to invite you into our Tag a Business team. Here's what you need to do. Nominate a small business of your choice, tag them on our website at smallbizcatalyst.org. That's small, BIZCATALYST.org. Tell us your name, give us your email address because that's how we'll be able to tell you if you're a winner or not. And then give us a website to a business of your choice. It could be your business or somebody else's. Once you've tagged the business, you'll be entered for a $25 drawing to a local business of your choice. We'll announce winners every month. And now, back to the show.
I don't think I could share about Women's History and Women's International Day without celebrating some women inventors. So as we recognize the incredible strides women have made through history, it's essential for us to celebrate some groundbreaking inventions by women that have had a lasting impact on our lives. Many women inventors have changed the world, often overcoming tremendous obstacles to do so. Marie Curie, don't know if I'm saying her name right. It's Curie, so maybe it's Curry. I'm not sure. Marie Curie is perhaps one of the most famous women scientists. Not only did she discover the elements polonium and radium, but her pioneering research in radioactivity led to the development of X-ray technology. Curie became the first woman to win the Nobel Prize and remains the only person to have won the prestigious award in two different scientific fields, physics and chemistry. Way to go, Miss Curie. Woohoo! Hedy Lamarr, known for her work as an actress, was also an inventor. Alongside composer George Antheil, she co-invented a technology for frequency hopping that was later used in military communications and became the foundation for modern Wi-Fi and Bluetooth technologies. Lamarr's invention has had a lasting impact on the communication technologies we use daily. Thank you, Miss Lamarr. I like the Bluetooth technology on my phone. Mary Anderson. In 1903, Mary Anderson patented the first practical windshield wiper, revolutionizing car safety and ensuring that millions of drivers could navigate safely in rain or snow. Invention remains a standard feature in every car today. Woohoo! Ruth Handler. As the creator of the Barbie doll, Ruth Handler transformed the world of toys and cultural perception of femininity. Her invention created a global phenomenon and sparked conversations around the representation of women in toys and media. And every teenage girl is about to put on their pink right now. Maybe not just teenage girls. Dr. Bath is a pioneer in ophthalmology. She invented the laser phaco probe, which revolutionized the treatment of cataracts. Her invention has restored visions for millions of people worldwide and continues to be an essential tool in modern eye care. Woohoo! Thank you, Dr. Bath. Grace Hopper. Grace Hopper was a computer scientist and a U.S. Navy Rear Admiral who invented the first compiler for a computer programming language. Her work laid the foundation for modern computing languages, and she is often credited with helping to create the computer programming language COBOL, which is still in use today in businesses and government systems. These inventions are just a few examples of how women have shaped industries, technology, and society. Despite the barriers they faced, these inventors' perseverance and innovation have made our world safer, more efficient, and more connected. Way to go, ladies. And thank you for your work. So if you're curious about the 2025 theme for International Women's Day, the theme is for all women and girls, rights, equality, empowerment. This theme underscores the necessity of ensuring that women and girls, no matter where they are in the world, can access their rights, enjoy equality, and achieve empowerment. The year 2025 marks the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, a comprehensive framework for women's rights adopted in 1995. The focus of this theme is on empowering the next generation, particularly young women and girls, to become agents of change. It's a call to action for equality, and it emphasizes the importance of creating a world where no woman or girl is left behind. Interestingly, the United States has also launched a campaign for International Women's Day 2025 under the theme, Accelerate Action. The theme highlights the urgency of breaking down barriers to gender equality, particularly the systemic biases that still hinder women's progress. At the current pace, it's predicted that gender parity will not be achieved until 2158. Yikes! And the 2025 campaign stresses the need for swift, decisive action to close the gender gap in various sectors. Women's History Month and International Women's Day play crucial roles in promoting gender equality and women's empowerment. By recognizing the struggles and triumphs of women throughout history and celebrating their groundbreaking contributions, these celebrations continue to shape the world where women can achieve their full potential. As we look to the 2025 International Women's Day theme, it's clear that much work remains, but these observances help ensure that the fight for women's rights continues to gain momentum. Thank you for listening to this episode, and remember, we all have a part to play in creating a world where gender equality is the norm, not the exception. If you're in the Dallas Metroplex area, I would love to invite you to She Inspires Symposium. This is a celebration of multi-generational women focused on leadership and entrepreneurship. We've actually collaborated with the North Dallas Chamber of Commerce to bring you this special event on March 21st from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Register at flcasba.com/events. That's F as in Frank, L as in love, C as in Charlie, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, B as in boy, A as in Apple.com/events. Of course, I'm going to leave the link in the show notes. And now let's talk about grants. Today's grants are from Nerd Wallet. Nerd Wallet has an article on 41 small business grants for women and links to those grants. So to access all 41 grants, go to Nerd Wallet, that's nerdwallet.com/article/small-business-grants-4-women. Link to that article will be in the show notes. If this podcast has been helpful to you or a business you serve, please leave a review. And don't forget to rate the show. Your rating and review help other people find this show. Thank you for taking the time to do so. Until next time.